What's up, guys? Mekhi Mews here. Untold Story. We got our first guest, Lad McConkey, two-time national championship winner.
Appreciate you having me.
No problem. Shout out to Mark. We'll be here all summer doing live shows. Let's get to it. So I would say, like, how hard was it for you to make your name for yourself with a roster full of 4 and 5 stars at UGA, being buried on a depth chart?
Yeah. I guess really coming in, I didn't really know what to expect.
Yeah.
Recruiting process was kind of crazy. When I came to Georgia, saw everything, saw all the guys, coaches, I was like, all right, I got to go try this. I got to go do it. So once I got there, just try to stack days and make a name for myself, and yeah, that was it.
Yeah, it was pretty hard for me too, like coming in and then like sometimes it's like an intimidation factor when you first come in. So like, did you have like ultimate confidence when you came in, or was it like a chip on your shoulder, or like a fake it till you make it, or?
I mean, like you said, it's difficult. Get guys that are way bigger than you getting way more attention. I feel like not many people probably knew either one of us really coming in. So just kind of come in, do your thing, make the most out of it. And I feel like I gained confidence through going against those guys and like competing, making plays, and then you're like, all right, I can do this. And once you start building that confidence, I feel like it just gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah. So with the whole recruiting process, did you have a lot of offers out of high school, or did you, like, how did that go? How was your recruiting?
So I really was not expecting to be in the position I am right now. I had a lot of FCS offers. That was really the main ones. Had a couple of FBS with like Georgia Southern, Kent State, Army. So like my 5 official visits were UTC, Jacksonville State, Army West Point, Vanderbilt, and Georgia. So it's kind of like all over the place. But yeah, Georgia kind of came on late, and like I said, once I came up here and saw everything, I was like, all right, I got to go do this. But yeah, I did not think I would be in the position I am today.
That's also for me. Like my recruiting, it did not pick up. It picked up like senior year of high school.
Yeah.
And it was COVID, so I had like a D2s and D3s. I went on official visits to D2s, D3s, and in Georgia, with the walk-on opportunity kind of came out of nowhere. So, do you want to tell the fans about how you were a Tennessee Volunteer fan?
Yeah, so I think everyone, or a lot of people kind of know that now. Huge Tennessee fan. Really wanted to go to Tennessee, and I can't say that if they would have offered me that I wouldn't have went there, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm glad it played out like how it did, and I think it worked out pretty well.
I think it worked out pretty well for you too.
Yeah, no doubt. So, but yeah, Tennessee fan growing up my whole life. Whole family was huge Tennessee fans, so took a little adjusting wearing all the red, but I think we're used to it now.
Yeah. What would you say helped you overcome like being an underdog?
I guess like we said, just like making plays and going out there, and really kind of just testing my ability against everybody else. And I obviously had so much support from like my family and even other guys on the team. Like I remember being on scout team going against the defense. And they were like, dude, like you go and you got this. So that gave me confidence knowing that those guys believed in me, and they just helped me believe in myself even more.
Yeah, that means all the world. Like especially like when you have NFL draft picks, defensive backs telling you like, yeah, dude, you're good. Like it definitely gives you a lot of confidence. It helped me a lot.
And we've gone against so many guys.
Our defense was stacked.
I mean, even before you got here, it was like Stokes, Tyson Campbell, Richard LeCount, Monty Rice. Like you can go on and on and on, and it's still happening. So I know the guys we're playing against right now are probably going to be in the same position those guys are.
So coming in, I know you weren't like as highly recruited. You weren't as a high recruit. Did you ever feel like other recruits that were high recruits got more opportunities and more chances, like to mess up? Or?
No, you want those guys that are highly recruited and 5 stars. Obviously, they want those guys to succeed, and they want everybody to succeed. But when you're on that kind of level, they want to be right. They want to push those guys out there, and I mean, I'm not sitting here saying that they got more chances than I did or anything like that, but yeah, I mean, there's a sense of those guys are 5 stars. Yeah. We know what they can do. They've done it. So let's go push them out there and give them all the opportunities.
Yeah, I would say the same. I feel like it's a business at the end of the day. They're 4 and 5 stars, so of course they're gonna push them, and
especially with NIL today.
Yeah, NIL
is changing the game.
Whole different ball game now with NIL. So, what would you say was your like favorite opportunity? Not opportunity. Your favorite moment at UGA?
It's been a lot of them. One of my favorites, well, I thought was my favorite, it's kind of funny. The first game I ever got to dress out my freshman year. Whole year, no games. I was practicing, going home for the weekends, just watching it on TV. Finally, I got to dress out to go to Missouri. I was super excited. Called my mom, called my dad. I'm dressing this week. I got to the game. It was like 30 degrees, like sleeting. We can't wear sleeves, you know that. It was terrible. I was so cold standing on the sideline. Didn't get in for a play. So I thought that was my favorite moment, and it really is. It was something special for me. But during the game, it was like, all right, let's pick this up. I need to go inside and get in and warm up.
Yeah. I had the same thing happen to me last year with Kentucky. So this is like my first game traveling to away. So I'm like, okay. Coach Smart's like, yeah, we'll get you a punt return or something in the game. I'm sitting by the heater the whole game, shivering. The fans are yelling at me, 87, you haven't got the game all day. I'm like, man.
So that was the same with me. It was like Coach McGee was like, hey, if they don't get this first down, you're getting this punt return. I couldn't even move my legs. They were frozen. So it's probably a good thing I didn't get in there and do that, or I wouldn't have been able to run. But it was pretty cool.
I feel like punt return, getting in for like your first play as punt return, it's got a little nerve-wracking.
Heck yeah, it's nerve-wracking. So
you don't get to warm up, catch a ball all day.
No, but you had a couple against Tech, right?
Yeah, I had one against Tech, a pretty good return. That was really my first one. Last year, I had a couple my freshman year versus Charleston Southern, but they shanked the kids. They were bad.
Yeah, that's a little nerve-wracking. It's probably the most nerve-wracking part of the game for me, I would say. That first, especially if we go defense first.
Yep.
I got to go first play out there, punt return. Like, all right, let's lock in. Let's catch this one, and get in and get rolling after that.
Especially with the conditions, I feel like when it's windy or sunny or both,
that's when
the ball just moves crazily.
Especially in our stadium, there's no shade, just straight sun beating on you. So yeah, it's crazy.
Now we're gonna go over to a couple fan questions. We have a couple fans here watching live. So.
All right, so night games. Everybody loves it when it's red. Tell us, what is that feeling really like on the field and like in the fourth quarter? What's that feel like?
There's really no better feeling, especially when it's a big game, huge crowd. Our fans do an unbelievable job. Whether it's 12 o'clock game, 7 o'clock game, 3 o'clock game, they're always there. There's something a little different when those red light comes on.
The biggest moment on the field for you as a teammate, it doesn't have to be the answer doesn't have to be like, something just about you, but that moment where you felt like you made an ultimate difference in how UGA got to wherever you went that year. It doesn't even have to be national championship year, but that one moment that you felt that you were a key cog in the whole thing.
Goodness gracious, you hit me with some hard questions.
And what was it that you did? It could have even been a block. It could have been, who knows what it was.
Geez, I don't know.
I
don't know.
Well, we were talking about the Missouri game, for instance. Last year.
I'll give you one just like as a team. It's not really myself, but I guess Missouri, we were down. They broke a long run. We're about to score, and I think Mekhi chased them down and tackled them on like the 1 yard line. I feel like that was a huge impact in that game and the rest of our season. Because if he doesn't make that tackle, I don't know where we're at. I don't know if we win the national championship. I don't know if we get that opportunity. So I think that was a moment that was a huge part of the season.
So, Lad, I know you just graduated. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So,
You too.
Thank you. I was wondering, what do student athletes do who do finish their degree but stay for the rest of their eligibility? What do you guys do?
Yeah, so there's a couple different options. You can kind of just take some classes and get through it and be eligible, or try to do something else. Georgia still pays for it and gives you the opportunity to do that. So you can really do whatever you want, and they give you the freedom to go do. Awesome. Get another degree if you want. Take some random classes if you want. So we have options.
Awesome, cool, thanks.
Yep.
I want to ask, were there times where you felt unmotivated, or being too far buried on a depth chart, or you felt unmotivated, what kept you going through that?
Really my freshman year, like we talked about, it's like practice Monday through Friday, and then go home on Saturday and watch the games from your couch. Obviously supporting all those guys, and I mean those are my guys. I wanted to see them succeed, but I also wanted to be out there myself. So there's a sense it's like I got to do something about this. Like I can't sit over here another year. I got to go play. So I feel like at times my freshman year, I got down on myself, especially it being COVID. I was out for COVID 2 weeks in the middle of the season, so I feel like everything just kind of kept happening, and that just buried me deeper and deeper. So there was definitely probably a lack of confidence during that year, but just keep stacking days, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, I feel like it's like very humbling. Like
no doubt.
Like all your friends are like, "Oh yeah, did you see this at the game?" And I'm just like, I'm not there. Like I'm at home watching it, but yeah, I seen it.
Yeah. So, but I mean that's really like even my high school year of football. I didn't play varsity. I mean, JV, I wanted to play. I felt like I could play, which looking back now is way too small. I definitely could. And I probably couldn't have played my freshman year here. So looking back now, I wouldn't have it any other way. But there definitely was a sense like, all right,
like
I want to play. I don't want to be sitting here anymore.
In a moment for me, like I was like, I want to play, but like now I look back at it, I was like, I was not ready.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
The last 2 years, I was not ready to
Exactly.
play. So it's just like they do a good job and they know what they're doing.
No doubt, no doubt. There's a reason behind everything. So.
Yeah. So what steps did you take from being like buried into the depth chart to now being a leader in the receiver room?
Yeah, I feel like just like I said, keep stacking those days. The coaches see it. I mean, your teammates see it, and don't just be someone that does the right thing when everyone's looking. But like when no one's watching, that's when you really gotta lock in and really focus even more and bring other guys along with you. So, I mean, going into my 4th year now, I know there's so many guys that helped me when I was a freshman and they were seniors. So, just kind of be a guy that people can lean on and off the field and ask anything and be there for them.
Yeah, I feel like the key is like consistency, because if you do it based off of motivation, like some days, like you said, like there's days you were down. If you just do it based off of motivation, like nothing will build. Like some days you won't feel it, and you just have to be consistent every day, day in and day out.
Like someone told me the other day, there's a difference between motivation and discipline. Anybody can get motivated. You can go out there like, oh yeah, I want to go win. I'm motivated to go do this, but like truly have discipline and go out there and do it every single day. That's a little different than just being motivated.
Yeah, it's definitely easy to have motivation on game days.
Oh yeah,
Fridays,
yeah.
maybe for the
But you gotta have that discipline throughout it all. So I think that's a huge thing.
Well, all right, lad. I appreciate you for coming out. Most definitely, you're definitely a leader in the receiver room that I look up to. Appreciate you for everything. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Thank you guys for having me. The Player Lounge. Shout out to Aaron Murray.